4 days at Dunkirk as a race with many crashes. But don't trust the GPS on top of your screen. We're well inside the final 10 kilometers right now. You know, X are moving up as well. They have Erlen Blikra as a fast rider, Stian Fredheim as well. Carl Frederick Beaufort, why not? He was the lead-out man for Alexander Kristoff in the Tour of Turkey. And left a pretty good impression there, the young Danish rider. Yeah, Denny van der Tuuk glancing over his shoulder. And he knows that his day in the breakaway is over, but he'll be recognisable tomorrow. Well, of course, if you're racing for Euskaltel, you're usually quite recognisable in the first place. But he'll be wearing the polka dot jersey tomorrow. Luckily, they've got black bib shorts. If they would have orange bib shorts and then like a red and white polka dots, that would be, yeah, that would be a fashion statement.
It would be, wouldn't it?
That would just be just one step too far. But our breakaway with some pretty strong riders really helped themselves well. And yeah, the 8 bonus seconds that both Ben Swift and Per Strand Hagenes took are testament to their ambitions, in my opinion, for the general classification. I just find it amazing if you have had a career like Ben Swift had and you still find races that you've never been before, age 37.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite impressive, actually.
You probably, by then, you probably saw them all. Yeah, maybe you skipped the Tour of Guangxi, but yeah, you've probably seen them all by then. But no, this is the first time he's actually racing here. So I wonder if it shows up in his podcast. Underneath the railway bridge, please, again, do forget the GPS. I think we should be, my estimate, Maggie, 6-7 kilometers from the line?
7.
Oh, that's quite exact.
The corner that they turned just there was 7k to go.
Really, if I would have to do this on my own with my complete lack of map reading skills, I would have been completely lost. So really grateful to have you by my side.
Bit happy to place.
As you can see, lots of flower arrangement there. We saw that the entrance of Amiens that they have no less than 4 flowers as a fil fleuri, which is a system that you have here in France to indicate the greenness, how green your town is, and not green as in environmental and sustainability, but how actually green with plants and flowers it is. And they got 4 stars, which is pretty serious. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Who is going to take command? Alberto Bettiol is at the front of the peloton, the Italian champion, and he's going to be the rider to catch the last of the breakaway. He's just going on his own. Why not?
Why not, indeed? I mean, you got this little climb here now, so if you got the legs, if you're not the fastest sprinter, then now's the time to give it a go.
Yeah, sadly, Alberto Bettiol saw his sprint campaign, just not happen. I think he actually had a virus that took him, that kept him out of the racing. Of his favourite races, of course, former Tour of Flanders winner. But this is some serious pace. Gilles Gelders, the man from the breakaway, still hanging on for dear life there on his wheel.
Yeah, I mean, if you still got legs in here, then keep up towards the front, see what your teammates might need in terms of a helping hand, and if you can keep this pace going, that's always a good thing, because it makes it easier to move up, it makes it easier to position. So stay close to the front, and that's actually a bit of a split, about 15 riders back there.
We do have a headwind going back to town, back to Amiens, so it is going to be difficult if you are on your own. Suddenly the GPS seems to be accurate now.
Yep.
That's nice. It dropped a few kilometers. That's nice if you go on a ride and all of a sudden you have a few bonus kilometers. But yeah, at this point, Magnus, if you are not at the front, it's going to be a sprint in itself to get back to the front.
I mean, you still got 4.5 kilometers to go, so there is enough space for the peloton to settle down, everyone to look around and see what's what, where have they got their teammates, try and get organized. And as soon as the pace comes out of the front there, you see the bunch swell up again, and you know, you can make the move very, very quickly then.
Still Italian champion Alberto Bettiol. I don't know if they have an out-and-out sprint. Of course, Cees Bol is a good sprinter, but there's quite a few guys there who are a lot faster.
There, definitely. I mean, when you look at XDS Astana, there's not really any names that you would count into a big bunch finish with the very, very best. But look at how strong out that is, and the gaps opening up in between riders behind that.
Yeah, and then you just have to be at the front. And that is exactly the strategy. If the group at the front is a lot smaller and a lot of the super fast men maybe missed out on the split, but we did spot Pascal Ackermann up there. Well positioned already.
Yeah, 3.5K to go. Get the team organized, get them together. You don't necessarily need to start working just yet, but at the same time, with the bunch being as strong out as it is, it's probably a good idea to, at this moment, try and keep the peloton in one line as much as you can, but you want to make sure that you still have enough riders coming in towards the finish. And with that finish line being so far down the straight, it's 360 meters from the last corner to the line. You need someone to take you into the corner and then someone to actually make the jump out.
Super well grouped together at the moment is Israel Premitech. We spot Lotto there. Of course, they have Elia Viviani. I'm trying to spot him. He's, of course, always the kind of guy who's always, pretty well hidden behind his lead out. For the Lotto team, we don't have Jasper de Buist, who did an absolute solid job in the lead out, as did Josh Giddings as well in Turkey. But now we're moving up with riders. This is always a nice shot to get a little bit of an idea. Samuel Watson is moving up there as well for Ineos. Cees Bol is trying to Mike Teunis is trying to get onto that wheel of Ackermann. The same goes for Lund Andresen. We also have Davide Cimolai up there for Movistar. There goes Gaviria moving up to the front there on the left-hand side. I did think I spotted Elia Viviani moving up. This is a nice little image there. With 2 kilometers to go, it might be still a little bit early to be at the front.
With only 2 riders, that is very early to take up the pacemaking on the front. Very, very early.
But also moving up here with Martijn Budding and also Axel Huns of the Unibet Titema Rockets. Axel Zingler is moving up for Visma Lease bike. He's wearing that time trial helmet. Pace is super, super high. Axel Huns, Martijn Budding, the 2 riders at the front right now for the Titema Unibet Rockets on their wheel. Still 3 riders for the Israel Premitech team. Mike Teunis is up there for XDS Astana. He's, of course, a former winner of this race. Axel Zingler in the bright yellow. And then we are heading for the Flamme Rouge of this very first stage. Daniese going all the way on the outside there for the Tudor team. Let's wait for the shot coming from the Finnish cameras, because the helicopter shot is not really helpful, I must say.
Not so much.
I'm trying to spot Elia Viviani. I don't think he's actually up there. Euskaltel also moving to the front there. Euskaltel have Aberasturi, for example, Paul Hennequin as their fast riders. This is going incredibly fast towards the finish line right now, with Sam Watson still in a very good position. As is Alberto Danese. There we go for the final lead out. Danese is in third place. On his wheel is Akkerman. Zingler is out there as well. Tobias Lund Andresen. Zingler in the yellow. On his wheel is the man from Denmark, Tobias Lund Andresen. And this is a lead out or a sprint for Israel Premitech. I think it's supposed to be a lead out by Jake Stewart. He's glancing over his shoulder, but that was pretty powerful. Now through the middle, Axel Zingler finally gets his first win of the season. And that was something that he is probably really happy with, because his spring campaign, was not what he wanted it to be. So this is good. Axel Zingler wins stage 1 of the 4 days of Dunkirk. That lead out by Jake Stewart, wow.
Yeah, very, very good indeed.
He could have won that.
Yeah, I think he had more outright speed than what certainly what Akkerman did, but it was a bit of a messy run into the line. See if we can get the replay of it. Zengler is just sitting in the perfect position. It didn't actually do that much of in terms of pushing the wind himself. He comes around very, very late, actually inside the last 75 meters or so that he stepped off the wheel and came clear. Really good. Akkerman just looked like he got drifted wide around the last corner and then never really got onto the wheel and had to start his sprint really early, and with that ran out of legs. It was too far from the last corner to miss time and not be in the wheels. You had to gamble a bit on and actually stay in the wheels as much as you could.
Axel Zingler, Tobias Lund Andresen, and I think it's Stian Fredheim. Can't really see that number. But a good day out there for the Visma boys. Per Strand Hagenes taking important bonus seconds in the breakaway, and Axel Zingler winning the stage. And here is the rather impressive cathedral. Axel Zingler wins the stage. Tobias Lund Andresen, Stian Fredheim, Pascal Akkerman, Martijn Budding, Jason Tesson, John Abarastouri and Matt Walsh. Julien Vermoten is on his screen, but it says NP non partant, did not start.